YouTube, what is up? This is the droid you're looking for. Cut and all. I'll get into that in just a minute. This is kind of an apology video because the other night I posted a video of rambling and I was doing my whole Jim Skelton and drinking wine thing, and I don't actually drink. But I did take an Ambien that night and it kind of, anyway, made me slur. I never got my point across, and I went ahead and posted it while I was still under the influence. So anyway, that video is down. Hopefully this one will make a little bit more sense and get my point across. Anyway, my whole thing is this, in front of us here are a bunch of knives I've gotten within the last month and a half, and with the exception of one, but that's in there for a whole different reason. And I wanted to kind of throw out there what are the reasons why we EDC the knives that we have. And I'll just jump right into it with the Tenacious being the cheapest of all these knives. That'll always be in my rotation just because it hits all the marks. This one's a little tight, but it's real tight actually. Anyway, it hits all the marks because it's ease of use, blade shape. It doesn't hold its edge very well, but at the same time it's real easy to strop up or sharpen. It's relatively thin and it slides right into your pocket. The clip geometry there is perfect for, not too deep carry, not sticking 3 inches out of your pocket. It's perfect in that regard. Slap a lanyard on there. I like the all blacked out versions of these a lot. It's just a good blade shape, and it's affordable. You can get them for 45 bucks if you can find them. The black ones are kind of hard to find right now. Whoops. So that's that. That's why that one's in there, even though it's an older knife of mine. This one here is one that I really, really want to carry a lot. I really do. But I don't because it's so big. Yes, dear. I'm doing a video. What? Make it quick. Oh, sorry. I'm doing a video. Thanks. Can you set it right there?
3 of them.
Thank you. Love you. Right. Yep, you're good. Okay. What was I saying? Here we go. This one is big. Big, wide. I don't know if you can see them next to each other. The discrepancy is profound. I don't have clamps with me right now, but I would say at least 1/4 inch. In other dimensions, it's not that bad. But it's that number one wide. And this fat end here, when it's in your pocket, it gets in the way. When you reach in to grab your keys or whatever, you're getting this part of your hand bumping in, or this part of your hand, depending on where it is, bumping into that repeatedly. And if that's thick enough, you can't just kind of slide past it. You got to, make an issue of getting that out of the way. Anyway, so that, unfortunately, as much as I love this knife and to be able to take it somewhere and flip it all day long, it just it doesn't do it. Need some new scales. That might be a project. So that's out. That's out. This one here, I have to actually kick to the curb because it's not really my knife. My mom wanted a really nice knife, so she said, "Son, what's a really good knife?" And she asked me, she said, "I've heard about this one. Good, bad, indifferent?" I said good, so she bought it. Now she likes it, but it is a big knife. It's got that wacky little clip there that a lot of people don't like, just the fact that you can't switch it around to the proper way there. But I have carried it a little bit here since she's had it, and I kind of like the way it fits in the pocket. So, to each his own. Your mileage may vary. Out of these here, this is right now my rotation. It's always going to be one of these knives that I grab in the morning to take out. Percentage-wise, I would say 25% of the time, or I'm sorry, 50% of the time, I'm grabbing this Rexford. I am in love with Rexford, everything he does. I'm glad Kershaw has done this with him, this collaboration, and I hope more come of it. I hope to take, like I said in my inebriated video, I like to take these scales and get them naked carbon fibered and a bead blast blade, and I just think that would look totally cool. Keep everything else the same. And I hope to be able to do that. That would really top that out on my EDC list. This I like, you know, it's a clone. It's a very well-made clone. It's not a cheap clone, but it is still a clone. And so that's always in the back of your head. Dynamics of this, the ergonomics of this, can't be beat. There's no question. It is. It's not CTS XHP. However, it is a quality D2 steel at the very least. And it keeps its sharpness. It doesn't roll, and it's a slicer. It's a good knife. And the tolerances are really good. When it breaks in properly. Perhaps even more properly than the Hinderer itself. So that says something. Anyway, so I really like that knife. That's in the rotation quite a bit. But now we're getting into the two main that I rotate, gravitate, and all that tate to the most. And it's the Num. There's just something about the buttery smoothness of the Num Zon. Something to be said about how much fun it is to say Num Zon. There's about 6 different ways of deploying this. You can still do the back side with that finger. You can do the front side with that finger. You can do the reverse flick with that finger. You can do the side reverse flick with that finger. Anyway, you get my point. And it does not have a flipper, but darn tootin', it sure would be cool if it had one. I love this knife. I truly do. Truly love it. There's that cut right there. That was done by a Paramilitary 2 that a buddy of mine was playing around with it just a little bit. And we were talking about how delicate the tip is on those things. If you drop them, they're toast, you're pissed, life sucks. Just spent $200 on a knife. And there she goes. Well, I was the one holding it, and I was the one shuffling in it, and I was the one that dropped it. So I threw my body between the knife and the ground, sacrificed myself, catching in a very dramatic way the knife before it could be destroyed on the rocks below, and sliced the crap out of my hand in the process. So that's what happened there. No cracked Spider Military, Spyderco, Paramilitary 2, but one messed up hand. But all 4 fingers are still there, so it's good. Thanks, Kenny. So anyway, there's one left. I mean, this one here is the one that I always go to, though. Having said all of that, this Hinderer 0550, or this ZT 0550 Hinderer is just the go-to daddy. It is built well. It's built like a tank. I mean, let's just listen to that thing whack out. Just listen. I mean, just authority. S35VN blade. Best of the blades that I've got right here until my Paramilitary shows up with the CPM S30V. So we'll see. I think that's S35VN. Yes, S35. S35VN. Anyway, point to this story is I love them all. And a side note, my favorite knife is actually this Lightning. Get one, get two. They are cool. Peace.